everyone, thanks for coming in and watching my video. So today I'm bringing you a video on how I set up my quarantine tank. This is the before and this is the after. It kind of feels like an episode of Paint My Ride Aquarium Edition. Now I will show you the materials, steps I took, and talk about why is it essential to have a quarantine tank. Here are the materials I used. First we have the 50% vinegar, 50% water solution. Next we have the Rust-Oleum American Accents Stone Color. Next we have the painter's tape, duct tape pretty much. And last but not least we have the Plasti Dip color black. Now you can find all these at your local hardware store, Lowe's, Home Depot. I actually got mine at Walmart. First step is we have to clean the surface we will be painting. In this case, of course, is the bottom and one of the sides. Every time I clean a tank, whether it is the 55-gallon for whenever I purchase a large group of fish and I need to quarantine them, or this 20 gallons that I have set up and unset up multiple times, I use this solution. It is safe to be used inside of the tank and it takes away all those annoying salt stains at the top of the tank. Now to step 2. Protect the edges with some of the painter's tape. There are many types of different tapes out there, but I just picked this one because when I painted my kitchen it seemed to work very well. So you want to make sure you protect the black trim as much as you can, just to make sure that the job that you're doing looks kind of professional. So now let's talk about what is a quarantine tank. Now, interesting fact. Quarantine tanks are used by less than 5% of the aquarium owners. This study was done by Live Aquaria. Now folks, 5% is a very low number. Out of 100 people, only 5 have a quarantine tank. When I started the hobby, I was part of that 95%, I'm not gonna lie. But as I grew in knowledge on the hobby, I was able to set up one. Now we jump into step 3. Painting the back of the tank with black Plasti Dip. Plasti Dip is aquarium safe, but you want to make sure you don't spray it anywhere else, just for cleaning purposes. And if you ever change your mind about the background, it is very easy to take off, as all you have to do is peel it off. Now let's go back to talking about quarantine tanks. There's a difference between a quarantine a fish and trading a fish. Luckily, one tank can be used for both. We quarantine a fish for observational purposes only, folks. When we bring a new fish into our aquarium, we run the risk of introducing diseases and parasites. And at the same time, the fish are susceptible to them, as they are stressed from the transportation and the relocation to the new environment. So a quarantine tank protects your existing environment while allowing the new fish to regain their health and get adjusted to the different water parameters in which from what they were kept, previously. So step 4 is finishing protecting the bottom of the frame, and it can be done in step 1, but for video purposes, this is the way I did it. Now this brings us to step 5, which is painting the bottom of the tank with Rust-Oleum stone. Now I used the tan color stone, but there's actually about 3 other colors you can use. I believe it is dark brown, gray, and dark gray. I just thought that this one looked similar to my substrate, the white substrate I had. And don't forget, you gotta spray more than once. I actually sprayed 3 different times. It only takes 15 minutes to dry, so it was easy. This step is taking the tape off very carefully to make sure that the Plasti Dip doesn't come off with the tape. Now here it is, folks. Did 3 different sets of spraying in each of the surfaces later. My quarantine tank is ready for setup. I made this tank stand myself, so don't mind the many imperfections. Now look at that stone color. It really does look like substrate, doesn't it? Okay, so remember folks, a quarantine tank is only for observational purposes. If a single fish is affected by a disease or a parasite, you can take him out and treat him in your quarantine tank, saving you the medication and the dangers of affecting other fish in your main tank. I use my seeded Aqua Clear 110, but a seeded $5.99 sponge filter from Amazon works just as well. Anything that is seeded with beneficial bacteria can work on a quarantine tank. Well folks, for some reason our little dog Macho Man wanted to be all over this video, so don't mind him. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But most important of all, hope you have a great rest of your day.